Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Tony the Mole Adams YouTube channel. It's midweek scoops, and for once, we're on time. We're actually in midweek. Tony, how's your off season going?
Yeah, enjoying it, Steve. Just had a nice swim. Weather in Sydney's beautiful, and it's nice to have a little bit of downtime, but always plenty going on in the world of rugby league.
There is Ryan Pappenhausen just re-signing for only a year, I think. Is that right? So some people are happy, Melbourne fans, and some people are disappointed.
Yeah, and I posed the question: was he ever going to leave? You know, he's such a big part of that Melbourne setup. I was always pretty confident he'd stay, even though Sydney clubs, Canterbury, Cronulla were chasing hard. But 12 months from now, who knows?
Now, first item in your column, don't forget to read Tony's columns at nine.com.au. As I say every week, there's a link in the show description. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Tell all your friends about it. We don't hammer you with content every day, and we don't have heaps of product placements, although we're working on those. So just do us a favor because as I said, we do eight at the moment. We do 8 minutes a week. So we need to get the word out there. Tony, your column, your first item is about a North Queensland star.
Yeah, that's right. And Reece Robson, he's really come from nowhere the last couple of years, and now firmly part of the Cowboys squad, the winning New South Wales squad, and he was in the Australian squad for the recent Pacific Cup. Well, the Roosters have got their eye on him, I've been told from a very reliable source. We all know Brandon Smith's on the outer at the Roosters for 2026. Reece Robson comes off contract 2026. So do the maths, and I think it's certainly not over the line, and the Cowboys are a good chance of keeping him. But the Roosters have this annoying habit for the other 16 clubs. When they want a player, they usually get him.
They certainly do. Another fellow who might be heading from Queensland south, Josiah Pahulu from the Titans. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And he actually met with the Bulldogs last week. He played 19 games in his rookie season this year. He's a big Kiwi front rower, and good big front rowers are pretty hard to come by. And I think it's one of the weaknesses in the Dogs squad. They don't really have a big guy. They went hard for the man from the Roosters, whose name I've just forgotten, who's ended up at the Tigers. Help me out here, Steve.
Terrell May.
Terrell May, yes, they went in heavy for him and missed out on him. So this 20-year-old from Queensland might be the answer.
The drums are beating over here in England about Moses Mbye from St Helens. He may not start the 2025 season at the Totally Wicked Stadium. He might be elsewhere, Tony.
Yeah, that's right. And he's a bit of a journeyman, Moses, isn't he? He's played at the Bulldogs, the Tigers, the Dragons over here, and currently at St Helens. Well, I can tell you, Steve, during his time at the Tigers, he was coached by none other than Ivan Cleary. And Ivan was quite impressed with him. And the good thing about Moses is that he's a genuine utility player. He can play fullback, centre, 5/8 half, hooker. You could even probably play him at lock. So it's the sort of player the Panthers need because when State of Origin time comes around, they're going to be without a lot of players. They're going to have injuries. Nathan Cleary is starting to get hurt most seasons. So a handy backup, Moses. And there's also a bit of a whisper the Roosters might be keen on him as well.
Oh, the Roosters as well. Well, we know where he's going if they're keen. uh, Blake Austin and Joey Leilua, they've found new clubs.
Yeah, that's right. And again, journeyman, the Blake Austin, he's played with Penrith, the West Tigers, Canberra, and Warrington and Leeds in your part of the world. He's going to play for Berkeley Vale Panthers on the New South Wales Central Coast, and he's also going to help him in junior development. So it's good to see him putting back into the game. And along the same lines, Wyong Roos have signed Joey Leilua, the big centre who used to play at the Roosters, Knights, Raiders, Tigers, and Featherston Rovers. So they're both in their early 30s, so got plenty to offer, and will help the young players at their respective clubs. And it's good to see them putting back into the game.
It is, Tony. I mean, when we were much younger, it was commonplace for Sydney first graders, as they were back then, and I guess Brisbane first graders too, to go and play in the bush. And then when the money exploded with Super League, it stopped completely. No one bothered to do it. Like, it just stopped in the sort of late 90s. So it's great to see that the trend is back, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of these guys took on captain coach roles, and they were players who were coached by the likes of Wayne Bennett, Tim Sheens, Warren Ryan. So they had a lot of knowledge, these guys, and were able to transfer it to these young kids in the bush, who in turn came to Sydney. So it was a sort of cycle, and it's good to see it starting again. And I know Blake Austin. He's a smart operator. He talks a good game. Joey Leilua, slightly different. I guess he'll lead by example. Big, strong thing. He'll be very hard to contain up there. That's for sure.
Indeed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Tony, great to speak to you on a Wednesday, and we'll talk again next week.
Sounds good, Steve.